What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. It is I, your host, Gifted Gamer 204, back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to shout out everybody who is already in the building. Salute to you. I appreciate you being here bright and early on this beautiful Wednesday morning. We have officially made it to Hump Day, ladies and gentlemen. Give yourselves a round of applause, okay? We officially made it. It's Hump Day, people. It's Hump Day. Yes, yes. Salute to my brother Michael West in the building, bright and early.
Finish him.
Appreciate you being here, my brother. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you very much. Salute to my brother Muhammad stepping up in the building, ladies and gentlemen, bright and early.
Finish him.
I appreciate you being here, my brother. Thank you so much. So like we usually do, we usually give the stream a couple minutes, let everybody, come in, give them a couple minutes to hopefully, YouTube sent out the notification. So, that's why we give it a couple minutes. Maybe they refresh their feed just in case YouTube didn't send it out. It gives them a little bit of time to, refresh their feed and maybe it pops up then, okay? So we usually give it a couple minutes, just welcome everybody in, say what's up to everybody, see how's everybody's doing so far. Talk to me. I'm here. I don't know if y'all can hear it in my voice, but my voice is kind of going through it right now. Maybe it's due to the weather, maybe it's due because I am just yapping my mouth too much. Like, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But it's really cold up in the northeast. Yeah, it's like 20 degrees or something like that. So it's cold. But we here. Salute to those who was with me last night. We did do some live gameplay last night. I know my brother Sotness was with me last night. My brother Heights was with me last night. Shout outs to Guru out there. He stopped by for a few. Shout outs to John. He was out there as well. Shout outs to Diana. She was out there as well. And Diana is here in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of Diana, ladies and gentlemen, he is in here bright and early.
Finish him.
I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. Hope you get good. My brother, Muhammad, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. We just out here grinding. You know what it is? Like, it's the grind, bro. It's the things we got to go through. You know what I'm saying? You got to push through things. You got to push through them, man. But, yeah, we had a good time last night. We did some hell diving. We was out there hell diving last night. Oh, yes, people. It was a good one. And that was after the morning stream. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's what I'm saying. Like, I know we was talking, me and John last night. That's what I was telling him. I'm like, listen, man, when you step into my world over here, expect those type of results. Like, we outside. I've been live streaming for the past 8 days straight. This is my 9th day straight, I believe, streaming 9 days straight. I didn't take the weekend off. I've been streaming for like 9 days straight, and that's doing the morning show and then also doing live gameplay like at night. You know what I'm saying? This past weekend, we streamed Saturday and Sunday. Like, we was out there hell diving. We played some Marvel Rivals. I gave you some Returnal gameplay as well. It's up in the channel. We came right back on Monday. We came right back Tuesday. And just last night, I decided to stream some live gameplay with Helldivers 2. And here we are. We are officially Wednesday, bringing you the news, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you all so much for being here. We will wait a couple more minutes before we start the main show, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. Please excuse me if I don't have all the energy I usually have up in here, every other day. But, We still here though. I appreciate everybody being here. Oh yes. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all rocking with the gifted one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes. Real quick, today we're gonna speak on a couple things. We're gonna touch on, all the layoffs that happened over at NetEast. Um, we're gonna continue with the Yoshi interview, okay, that just passed. Remember, I spoke to y'all yesterday about it. Um, there's some interesting things that he said, okay, that it goes a little deeper, a little further into, proving my point yesterday. I know a lot of people did not agree with me yesterday as far as the whole Jim Ryan and Yoshida thing. Everybody seems to have, like I was saying yesterday, I get it. Yoshi is very beloved in the community, very beloved in the PlayStation community. I was saying all of this yesterday. I know y'all was with me. So I get that part of it. I get that part of it. But this is why I was telling you, relax, okay? Relax. Take it easy. Let's analyze the situation before we jump the gun, because that's what I usually do. I look a little bit deep. I look a little bit more into the situation to see what's going on, and then I take it from there. That's why I was telling you yesterday. Pump the brakes. Relax. Okay? People take a lot of things out of context without really knowing what was going on. Remember, I said in yesterday's article that headline that said Jim forced Yoshi out, either take this job or else. Remember that headline from that article yesterday? That was the headline, remember, that everybody was running with. I spoke on it yesterday. Everybody was running with that headline, and I told you, pay attention to what's going on, okay? When you start seeing people just putting that one piece all over Twitter, and just running with that one little piece without giving you full context of what's going on, you should take that as a red flag. You should take, whenever you see something like that happening, when it's just like I just explained, just one little piece, and that's all you're seeing, trending, there's a problem. Because now they're not even trying to show you, the full article or even the paragraph as to where that little sentence came from. All they're doing is posting that little piece. So they're not really going into detail. So, that's why I was saying yesterday, let's pump the brakes. Let's see what's going on. And that's why I gave my opinion on it. And my opinion was, Yoshi, he wanted to do it. He said it himself in the article. But you see, nobody was even speaking on that. Everybody was just running with Jim Ryan saying, take this job or else you're fired. But then you read the article and it's just Yoshi saying something completely different. It's crazy. It's so crazy. But yeah, we're gonna get into that a little bit later on, because he added more to that. Okay, so with that being said, okay, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me. So we are going to start the official show. It is 11:20 now. I think we gave it enough time for people to come in here. So salute to everybody. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you smash that like button for your boy. Thank you very, very much. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here we go, people. We are moving into the first topic of today's show, ladies and gentlemen. And here it is. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm taking you over to PSU, and this is part of the breaking news that happened yesterday, okay? So, NetEase lays off Marvel Rivals director and multiple members of the Rivals team. Marvel Rivals was the last smash hit success that 2024 had, right at the tail end of the year with its December launch. Going into 2025, it's more than kept that momentum up and is consistently one of the most played games every day. In some ways, it's done the impossible. It entered the industry as a new live service shooter, a new free to play game, and not only did it have a strong launch, it is successfully pulling players away from another major live service title. Okay? For now, it's one of the most popular games in the industry, and all things point to it being around for a long time. And yet, NetEast Games has laid off Seattle-based game director Thaddeus Sasser, an unknown number of developers along with him. Sasser claims that his whole team at the Seattle studio was laid off. Okay, so keep that in mind right there. This is such a weird industry, Sasser began in a post on his LinkedIn page. My stellar, talented team just helped deliver an incredibly successful new franchise in Marvel Rivals, NetEase Games, and we're just laid off. With what seems to be a moving ever forward attitude, Sasser continues by saying, "Oh well, times are tough all over," and then begins recommending one of his just laid off team members to anyone else on the platform who may be hiring. NetEase Games has yet to release a statement regarding the layoff, and it's unclear to pretty much everyone who came across the news as to why this happened. It's still tragic, but at least understandable when a studio shuts down after a live service game failed to take off. Marvel Rivals being a massive success makes it all more bewildering, and the series of games industry layoffs over the last 2 years trudges forward. Okay, so that's the article. Now pay attention. Okay, this is the game that the Seattle-based game director Thaddeus Sasser. So he's letting us know that his whole team at the Seattle studio was laid off. So real quick, I'm gonna take you here. Okay, where is it? Okay, so right here, remember, so shout outs to King Thrash, right? This is another thing that he spoke on. He's saying East versus West. Hope y'all paying attention. In a few years, all these fools will be saying they called it, just like they doing with the whole Xbox demise right now. That's what everybody's saying. I called it. No, it was me. Okay, that's what he's touching on. So that basing off of the article, this is more into it. Okay, so it's worth noting this round of layoffs only impacts the team in the United States, not the core dev team in China. It's part of a broader reconsideration of NetEase's overseas investments and studios. The firm has pulled funding from a number of overseas teams over the past year. This is exactly, what I'm speaking on. And it looks like this guy, Daniel Ahmed, says some things else here. To clarify, this doesn't impact the game's operation, and the current roadmap is still the plan. Okay? NetEase started its reevaluation last year, leading to closures of studios in Japan and the US. The reevaluation, which is still ongoing, is being undertaken for multiple reasons. It's a bad look for NetEase to lay off a successful team no matter the reason. However, the previous layoffs or closures included studios where you could argue current performance / lack of results was the issue. Can't make the same argument here though, okay? So, it was less than a dozen people. So, it was like 6 people basically. It was like the team was like a total of 6 to 7 developers, if I'm not mistaken, that were laid off. But people, when you read it online, it makes it seem like it was like it was like 50 people that were fired. Not saying that it gives it any reason to, side with them just because it was only six. That's still six people that were let go. But I'm just saying, like, in its full context, if you're just going off of what you're seeing on Twitter, you will feel like it was like over 25 to 50 developers that were fired. So, another thing, right? This only impacts the teams in the United States, not the core development team in China. So, this is another thing that people are not speaking on. So, I wanted to bring this to your attention. Okay? It like he says, is not gonna impact anything that's going on in the game right now, as far as the game's operation, of any future roadmaps that they had down the line. Everything is still going, as planned. They're just reevaluating. It says it here. It's part of the broader reconsideration of NetEase's overseas investments and studios. So that's all it is right there. They're reevaluating, reconsidering, their investments as to what they see is more valuable to them and what's, not working for them. I don't see here, what the team based out of Seattle actually did for the game. I would have liked them to put that in this article. You see, this is information that I would love for these people to put in these articles. That's why most of the time, when I see things like this, like, I don't go so crazy about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really know the full story. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course it sounds ugly. Of course it doesn't look right. Of course it doesn't. Because why would it? Why would an article saying we're laying off a bunch of people over here, why would that sound pretty to you? It's not gonna sound pretty. You see what I'm saying? Of course it's gonna sound ugly. People are being let go of their jobs. There's nothing good to be said about that. So of course, you know what I'm saying? But layoffs happen all the time in corporate America, in the corporate business. It happens all the time. It's not a good look. You see what I'm saying? But what if that team is not doing what they're supposed to do in the job? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we just gonna keep certain people at the job even though they do a horrible job at what they're doing? You're just supposed to keep them just so the next morning you won't see a headline that says, "Oh, these certain people were laid off and now everybody's gonna be on an uproar," even though those people weren't doing their job, and I didn't like the way they were doing their jobs. It's two sides to the story. Okay, is what I'm trying to say. It's two sides. I wish that they would put in these articles what these teams, especially like the Seattle-based team, was responsible for in creating Marvel Rivals. Give me the specifics so I can, assess the situation a whole lot better than what I'm doing right now. Because now I'm just going off of what I'm reading and what I'm seeing. And yes, I'm giving my opinion on it. But I wish I could go even deeper into that opinion. And what will help me do that is them putting in this article, what this team actually did for the game's development. Were they part of the audio? Did they, anything? Like, what was it that they did? So now I can tell you, if this firing was actually wrong or it was just another firing. You see what I'm saying? I hope y'all understand what I'm saying with that. Yeah. That way I could go at this a totally different way. Because just like let's just say this was the team over in Seattle that was, it was their job to to create the characters and, the art style of the game, the way it looks. You see what I'm saying? Let's say it was them that created that. And now they got fired and things like that. I'm going to have an issue on that. You see, now I'm going to go in. Why? Because that's one of the main reasons the game is so successful. It's the art style of it, the way the characters look. It looks amazing. The art style that they chose for this game looks incredible. Excuse me. And it's part of the reason why people are so attached to the game. So that's just an example I want to give you. Like, let's say this team was the one that did that art style for the game, and they created it, and now all of a sudden they're being let go of. I'm gonna have an issue with that, because this team played a very, very, very major role as to why this game is so successful, being that they did the art style for it. You see what I'm saying? It's different. I don't know what they did. I need them to put that in this article. Tell me what's going on. Go more in depth. Don't just do this. This is too easy. Like, this is just, you're reporting that they were laid off. You're telling me that it was the Seattle team, and you're putting here what he put on his blog, on his LinkedIn page, and you spoke a little bit on, the industry, as to how everybody being let go nowadays and how successful Marvel is. That's all you're saying here. That's very easy to make an article out of. It's so easy to do something like this. Look how quick this article is. Look how easy. Look how easy it is to do something like this. I want them to be, actual journalists and insiders, and put it in perspective so people can have a clear understanding of why this happened, who was this team, what did they contribute to the game, go a little bit deeper into the situation so we can have a clear understanding to what's going on. Here, this guy here, shout outs to him, Daniel Ahmad, he went a little bit more into detail. You see what I'm saying? And this is not even his article. This is not even his article. The fact that he's saying is worth noting that this round of layoffs only impacts the teams in the United States, not the core dev team in China. Okay? You tell me. Okay? I'll ask you. You tell me. Do you not think that this information right here is very critical and crucial and should be a part of this article? You don't think that? I think this is very, very key information to this whole thing. How are you not including this in your article? This is the type of thing that I'm talking to you about. And why this is just such lazy writing. This is lazy. You're telling me what's already out in the public. What's so different about this? All you're doing is telling me here, you wrote a little bit about the game, which is the introduction, which is obvious that that any journalist or writer will do. You come here, you tell me about where the team is based out of, things like that. You quote him, what he said, and then you go on a little bit more, talk about NetEase, and close the article. That's it. This whole part right here should be included in that article. It's a part of a broader reconsideration of NetEase overseas investments and studios. This should all of this. So shout outs to Daniel Ahmad. Okay, I gotta give him a big shout out, because at least he put Director of Research and Insights at Nico Partners. I analyzed the video games market in Asia and MENA. There it is. Okay, we're gonna have to give him a follow because I like what he did here. He analyzed the situation. He went. Listen, I got more information out of Daniel's tweet right here, out of this tweet, and what he said right here. Okay, I got more information in here than what I did is in this entire article here. These people, and this is PSU. This is a well-known, website. People come to these websites for this type of information. I got way more information just with what Daniel posted here than what this entire article here. So, anyways, keep this in mind. This is something that's very crucial to this whole thing, okay? Very, very crucial. So, I just wanted to clear that up because this was major news that dropped yesterday. Again, I'm gonna just keep my options open. People get fired in the industry every day, in the corporate world every day, in regular jobs every day. At least he went a little further into detail as to why and things like that. I would love to see what this development team actually worked on. I'm gonna say it again. I want them to come out because, like they said, they have yet to come out with a statement. The NetEast team, they have yet to come out with a statement as to why they did this. I hope they put in there, what this team was contributing to the game. Did they help them do the level design, anything like that? All right. So I just want them to come out and say that. So with that being said, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this one here. We're just gonna keep an open mind. We're gonna keep moving. We're gonna wait until NetEase releases their official statement as to why they did this. Hopefully they explain everything and go further into detail as to why they did it. But yeah, we're gonna move on. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this one right here. Salute to everybody who's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I appreciate everybody being here. So we're gonna move on to the next topic here, and this is the continuation of the Yoshida interview. Okay, the continuation of Yoshida's interview. It says it right here. Those of y'all who are here now and who was with me here yesterday, a lot of people didn't agree with me yesterday. Because a lot of people, as soon as they came in here, oh, what was Jim Ryan thinking? What is going on? What is going on? And fairly so, okay? Fairly so. Like I said, Yoshi is beloved in this community, especially in the PlayStation world. We all know. But that's why I was telling people when they kept coming in, walking in, I said, we need to pump the brakes. Let me give you my side of things. Let me explain to you how I'm seeing this whole situation go down, okay? That's why I came at it from the angle that I did. I also showed you if this move never happened, I showed you the list of games that Yoshi helped bring to PlayStation. I showed you the list. Stellar Blade, Rise of the Ronin. In the future, now we're seeing Lost Soul Aside. I forgot the other one that was coming as well. Like, without Yoshi, we will not be having these games exclusive to PlayStation. Okay? So, this is the continuation. Remember I said that Yoshi said other things that weren't in that article that we spoke on yesterday. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what I was trying to tell you yesterday. Shuhei Yoshida really appreciated the indie game role created by Jim Ryan. This is everything I've been saying. Jim was worried about the situation with the indies. Let's dive in. There's been an outpouring of support on social media this week for former PlayStation Studios boss Shuhei Yoshida, after he said in an interview with VentureBeat that he had no choice but to take his role as indie games champion within Sony. Remember, that's the part that everybody was running with. In comments with which went viral, much to the executive's surprise, the well-loved industry icon revealed, when ex-CEO Jim Ryan asked me to do the indie job, the choice was to do that or leave the company. Remember, this is what everybody's talking about, was running with yesterday. And this outraged parts of the fan base, as Yoshida is rightfully recognized as overseeing the most prolific part of PlayStation Studios history. Many felt the ultimatum was outright disrespectful, even if Yoshida did go on to explain that he felt very strongly about indies and really wanted to do the job. Now, in a Sacred Symbol Plus interview, Hayward, Yoshida has explained that the indie role was created specifically for him after a series of studios had publicly criticized PlayStation's approach. So he quotes, Jim was worried about the situation with indies, and to his credit, he really supported me within the company and sent a message that it is very important to support our partners, including indies. So I really appreciate Jim doing that, and I really appreciated his suggestion to do this indie work and the position he created. I really don't think anything bad about Jim. If anything, I'm really grateful for how he helped me and supported me for the past 4 years.
Finish him.
Yo, salute to my brother C Fresh stepping up in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. I appreciate you being here, my brother. Getting back to this. Wasn't this what I said yesterday? This is exactly what I said yesterday. You see how everything turns out? And here we are the very next day. More comes out. The headline that was yesterday, take this or leave or get out. The ultimatum, which was the big viral moment that I told you yesterday to relax and take it easy. Okay? Take it easy. There's more to the story because I already seen parts of this to the story. I already had heard about it. I was like relax. This is just things that people do to go viral, to get clicks, to get views. All of a sudden, they start pointing the finger. Jim Ryan, he's to blame. If you just read this last paragraph here, what does that tell you? What does this tell you? He wanted this role. He appreciated this role. This role, Jim Ryan, created this role specifically just for Yoshi. Meaning, this role never existed. Are you understanding? This indie role that he gave Yoshi never existed in the company. He made it just for Yoshi. He said, I'm going to create a new role. It's the head of indie department. Yoshi's leading it. Whatever Yoshi wants, he gets. That's his department. The whole indie department, it's his. Why? Because this is the thing. They will focus too much focus on big AAA games, like he mentions. What happens? The whole industry starts going against Sony. All they care about is big AAA. They don't care about us, the little people, the indies, the AA studios, yada, yada, yada. Now everybody starts attacking PlayStation. Yeah. Let's run with it. Yeah. So what does Jim Ryan goes? Oh, okay. Yoshi, handle that. Take care of that. You're the best man for that type of job. I'm creating a whole division within Sony, within SIE. You're going to head it. Go ahead and do that. Yoshi was like, oh, thank you. This is my lane. This is what I love. I love indies. Everybody knows that Yoshi loves indies. That's his lane. let's keep going. Yoshida would, of course, go on to do incredible work. As he noted in his interview with Venture Beat, the health of indie games on PS5 is incredibly strong right now, okay? And some titles have even been performing better on PlayStation than on PC. This is all Yoshida's doing. Speaking specifically about his role as head of PlayStation Studios, Yoshida acknowledged he'd been doing the job for a long time and always wondered whether it'd be a good idea to bring in someone new with fresh ideas.
Finish him.
Do we need more? Do we need more? Let's finish. I enjoyed my time and wanted to continue, of course, but in the back of my head, I thought maybe it's good for a new person to come in with fresh ideas and perspectives, especially current PlayStation Studio boss Herman Host, who's a bit younger with new ideas. Yoshida pointed out that he had no interest in making TV shows and movie based on PlayStation Studios properties, but noted that Host has done an incredible job building PlayStation Productions, which has had a role in the creation of HBO's award-winning adaptation of The Last of Us, among others. Are we understanding now? Making it clear, Yoshida had no intentions as to expanding the PlayStation brand. Okay? The PlayStation Studios. He had no intentions on doing this. He's very old school minded. He's came from the very beginning. So he has that old school mentality. He had no interest in making TV shows and movies. No interest. So if he was still here, we would not be getting the Last of Us TV show. The award-winning Last of Us, which is expanding the whole portfolio, is expanding everything about PlayStation. That's a whole different set of audience that you're bringing in to your world. So think about it. Think about how people are just overreacting. Just with this article right here alone says it all. It says it all. He spoke on the TV shows. He spoke on bringing people in with different set of ideas. You know? And he spoke on him appreciating Jim Ryan and showing his appreciation for the indie department of things. He took that as a, as a reward when Jim Ryan did that, because to Yoshi's eyes, it showed him that Jim Ryan was still wanted to focus on the indie department, which is, which holds a special place in Yoshida's heart. He's been loving indies way back then. So this showed Yoshi like, oh, okay, like Jim Ryan is still in it. And he's creating this whole new division within SIE to lead the indie department, and he's making me the head of it. This is what I always wanted to do. Let me go out there and let me go do what I got to do. Next thing you know, he's bringing back Stellar Blade. He's bringing back Rise of the Ronin. Okay? He's bringing us Lost Soul Aside. He's bringing us Phantom Blade Zero. Okay? Phantom Blade Zero, I might add. Without this, we will not be getting those games. Phantom Blade Zero is one of my most anticipated games this year. We will not be getting this on PlayStation without him. Without Jim Ryan creating this indie development. Exactly, see Fresh. People jumping to conclusions yesterday, shaking my head. That's what I was telling y'all. That's what I was telling y'all. I know, certain people were upset. or felt some type of way, indifferent, I should say, with the approach that I took yesterday on this. But that's why I said what I said yesterday. We fast forward to today and look at what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Like I gotta analyze the situation. I have to analyze it first. I'm not just gonna go by what was going viral on Twitter and just jump with it and jump on that train and be like, yeah, like it's true. Jim Ryan was wrong. Why? Why? Put all the blame on Jim Ryan. Like, I'm not doing that. That's not what I do. So, in that interview, he also says, I played The Last of Us online and it was great. Exec suggests teams aren't being forced to make live service. Okay, let's take a look at this. One of the biggest bummers of this entire generation was the cancellation of The Last of Us Online, or Factions, as it perhaps better known. Naughty Dog announced it was working on a standalone version of its popular The Last of Us multiplayer prior to the release of The Last of Us Part 2. It later teased the project multiple times, describing it as incredibly ambitious and even showing off concept art. But the online outing was eventually canceled in 2023 when the developer made the decision to focus on its single-player output instead. Speaking as a part of an interview with Sacred Symbol Plus, Paywall, ex-PlayStation Studios boss Shuhei Yoshida revealed that he played the game and it was great. So he quotes, "The idea for The Last of Us Online came from Naughty Dog and they really wanted to make it." This is another thing that people were talking about. So the decision, he's saying it right here. The live service came from Naughty Dog, not Jim Ryan. Let's keep that in mind. He explained, but Bungie, there it is, but Bungie explained to them what it takes to make live service games. And Naughty Dog realized, oops, we can't do that. If we do it, we can't make Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet. So that was a lack of foresight, ladies and gentlemen.
Finish him.
Now, I don't want to say, I don't want to keep saying like, oh, I told you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told you. But here it is. It's right here. Remember, people were blaming PlayStation. Remember, people are still blaming PlayStation. Oh, where's Factions? These fake neutrals that I keep talking to you about? These fake neutral content creators that I keep mentioning in my shows? That keep... Sony don't know what they're doing. Where's Factions? Where's Factions? We wanted it. Like if they were actually going to play the game. Because in fact, when Factions come out, they'll probably play it for like 4 to 5 hours and they will drop the game and they'll never touch it again. Just like they did with Helldivers. Things like that. So you want Sony, you want Naughty Dog to go through with it. Put out their heart and soul into this online multiplayer game. Live service at that, meaning they have to keep on going and going and going and going. Just for you to feel, go on there and play it for 4 to 5 hours and never touch the game ever again. But you could sit here on your channel and say, oh, yeah, it's great. It's phenomenal. I had a great time. Yeah, well, you only played 5 hours. You want Naughty Dog to spend all this time and money and resources just for you to go in there and play 5 hours worth of it? Make that make sense. That doesn't make any sense to me. What that tells me is that you just jumping on the train like everybody else, and all you want to do is throw shade and be, and hate on Sony. That's all it is. That's all it is. I'm telling you. When I keep telling y'all, this is what it is. This is what it is. It's what it is. So, getting back to this, PlayStation is the one that's being blamed. Like I said, where's Factions 2, Sony? Why is PlayStation doing this? Why? And I keep telling you, right? I told you, it's not PlayStation. The ones that are PlayStation, they let it be known. They let it be known. Like the Blue Point and the Bend one. They're letting it be known. Like, yeah, we canceled that. We ain't doing that. We pulling back. When this one came, I was like, bro, people are not reading into that is clearly telling you that it's Naughty Dog, that Bungie, exactly what they said here was exactly what I was talking about when this happened, when they canceled the Factions Online. This is exactly what I said when it happened back then. Fast forward to today. Here's Yoshida saying the exact same thing that I was touching on back then when it happened. But I don't know what I'm talking about. Right? I don't know what I'm talking about. He said it right here. Bungie explained it to them. Went in there and said, y'all don't know what y'all getting into. You don't know what you're doing. You're going to do a lot. I'm pretty sure the conversation went more in depth. Bungie explained to Naughty Dog what it would take for them to continuously, keep pushing a live service game. We'll need this. It goes like this, Naughty Dog. This is what we do. Naughty Dog came out of there and said, yeah, cancel, shut this whole operation down. We can't do this. We gotta go work at that, Smash Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet that we getting ready to showcase at the Video Game Awards. That's what we need to be focusing on, because that's what we do. And it's exactly what happened. And people will read. The sad thing about it is that people will read this and they will still blame Sony. See what I'm saying? This is the sad thing about this whole situation. They're gonna read this and they're gonna go and they're still going to blame PlayStation, even though Yoshi is saying it to them right here. It's ridiculous. Salute to everybody who stepped up in the building. My brother TJ's in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Yes. Let me see. My brother Yeetus in the Industrious is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I believe you're new here, my brother. I appreciate you pulling up. Thank you for taking time out of your day and being here. If you are new, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the like button. I'm here Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? Breaking down the news and things like that. Giving you my honest opinion on things. You feel me? So thank you so much. So based on the team being laid off, is a small R&D team for Marvel. Yeah, I just spoke on that, Edis. I just spoke on that. That was my very first topic of the show. But news are being blown out of proportions. Exactly. From the success, they should have the ability of and funding to retain them. But they ultimately decided that it will be cheaper to form a new team in China rather than keeping the U.S.-based team. Exactly, Yeetus. That's what we spoke on. That's what I spoke on earlier. And yes, that's exactly what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like exactly what you said. This team was they started to reevaluate things. Like I said, we don't know what that team in Seattle, it was, and it's only like 6 of them, by the way. People are out here talking like if it's like 50 of them that was based in that Seattle team. It was only like 6 of them. And we don't know what they did for the game. If you know, then please let me know. If you actually know what this development team did for the game. Because I didn't find it in that article. because the actual director is named Guang Guang and based in China. Oh yeah, they're based. So their core development team in China, nothing happened over there. They just started reevaluating things and started looking at what they needed to cut off and things like that, and they did what they had to do. Now, like I said, I don't know what that development team in Seattle did for the game. It doesn't say it in the article. I don't know if they were in charge of the audio, the level design, the art style of the game. I don't know. So if you know, then please let us know in the chat, because I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. And then NetEase hasn't even put out a statement as to why they did the firing, things like that. So we still waiting on that. So hopefully they go more into detail and explain the situation and give us some more detail. And if they don't, then hey, it's what can we do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what can we do? If they're not taking the time out to tell us, what this development team did for the game, things like that, go more in detail as far as this whole situation. If they don't do it, if they don't take the time out to do it for us, then I'm not going to do it either. Guess what? It is what it is. We going to keep it moving. What you want me to do? I'm not going to be, if you yourself is not taking the time out to let us know what really what's going on, what they helped you with, things like that, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Sorry. We're going to keep it moving over here. Yo, salute to my brother Albert stepping up in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to you, my brother. Appreciate you pulling up. Yes, yes. Well, good afternoon now. It's 12 o'clock. Sheesh. Yes, sir. We outside, man. We outside. So, just to finish up here, okay, so here we are. Yoshida continued that, to his knowledge, no first-party studio has been forced to make live service games. Ladies and gentlemen, should we drop a bomb for that sentence right there? I think we should. He noted that sometimes teams the direction the company is heading and pitch their titles accordingly. Ladies and gentlemen, from my experience, when studios see the company has a big initiative, they realize writing on that gives them a better chance of getting a project approved and supported. My goodness. He explained, it's not like the current PS Studio boss, Herman Host, is telling teams that they need to make live service games. It's likely mutual. Let me just finish here. Sony recently canceled 2 live service projects from Bluepoint and Bend Studios, which has left fans feeling frustrated. Many feel both teams have now wasted potentially an entire generation on projects which will never see the light of day. Yoshida, who's been focusing his time and energy on indies over the past 4 years, didn't have much to add on the status of those projects, but he simply concluded, yeah, it sucks. And there it is. Bro. So let me get this straight. Nobody's going to talk about this? So nobody's going to talk about this, right? Nobody's going to talk about this right here? These studios saw that Jim Ryan went on that stage and said, we're going to focus on live service. We're going to make at least 12 live service games. Why? Because like I told you, I keep telling you, and I keep telling you over and over and over again, that the industry basically forced everybody to want to make live service games. Why? Because that's the way things are heading in the gaming industry. They're looking at the live service games making $100 million in 1 month. Okay? Everybody's looking at this and they're saying, I want some of that money. I want a piece of that pie. Can I get a slice? I want a slice. Like, let me get it. That piece is looking good. Let me get a slice. Okay? So, you're all these studios under the Sony umbrella. Y'all all kicking back in your house. And you're listening to Jim Ryan on your YouTube, on your screen. Eating popcorn or something. You're there, you're Ben Studios, you're Blue Point, you know, you're Naughty Dog. You're like, and you hear Jim Ryan say, we're trying to make at least 12 live service games because we need to go where the industry is going. We see a lot of money being thrown out over there. So yada, yada, yada. What you think is going to happen if you're those studios listening to Jim Ryan on that stage saying that, and you just there eating popcorn? You're going to get up out your seat. You're going to hear 12 live service. Whoop. You're going to get up out your seat, call up your team, and be like, yo, let's try to make a live service game. You heard Jim Ryan? He just said he wants to make like 12 of them. So that's what they did. And after reading right here, okay, when studios see the company has a big initiative, they realize that writing on that gives them a better chance of getting a project approved and supported. Okay? There it is. Look no further, ladies and gentlemen. The news have been broken down to you right here. Y'all rocking with the gifted one, ladies and gentlemen. If you brand new, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the like button, share the stream as we do this Monday through Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. So nobody's going to talk about this, right? This is going to fly over everybody's head. Nobody's going to talk about this? That's what we saying up in here? Yo, salute to my brother Wingstock stepping up in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Finish him.
He says we in the house. Salute to you, my brother. I appreciate you putting up. Salute to my brother SN Kev that stepped up in the building.
Finish him.
Appreciate you, my brother. Get okay. Yeah. So, and Yida says, and these layoffs are also a reaction from Chinese companies that has a subsidiary in the U.S. or branch office in the U.S. Yeah. To the tariffs, to layoffs, to the U.S. employees and outsource or automate them. Exactly. So it's not only happening to NetEast, but Chinese companies in the U.S. in general. Exactly. Yeetus. Exactly. Exactly. This is all, like, people are like, are people not witnessing what's happening in the world? Like, what's going on around them? That's what it seems like. Like, people just want to turn the blind eye and just not look for some reason or something like that. It would have failed, SN Kev, it will have failed because you're oversaturating the market with live service cases. People only play only one or two of them. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I was saying earlier. That these people wanted them to go through with it just to say that they went through with it. Just to be like, oh, hey, Factions is here. And what they're going to do? That's more content for their channel. This is all that people want it for. This is all that they want it for. Just to have more content on their channels. That's all this for. Look no further than that. Because like I told you, what they're going to do, they're going to praise Naughty Dog and PlayStation for coming out with the game. Mind you, they're not keeping in mind all that energy, time, and resources that Naughty Dog, the one and only, will have to put into this game live service to make it run year after year after year. All they care about is that, oh, they came out with the game. Yes, better for us. Yes, better for my channel. Yes. But what they fail to tell you is that just like they did with Helldivers, they're going to spend a couple hours on it, maybe 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 10. They'll maybe push it to 10 hours. right? Factions is gonna come out. It's gonna be the hype of the week. Everybody's gonna get in there, play Factions 2. The same thing is gonna happen. They're gonna go in there, they're gonna push it to like maybe 10 hours. And then next, what they're gonna say? Oh yeah. Oh, so now they could come on their channel and just say, yeah, I play Factions 2. Yeah, we was playing Factions 2, that yada, yada, yada. Yeah, but you ain't playing it enough. This is a live service game that you're telling Sony and Naughty Dog to put their time, energy, and resources behind. Why? Because you're telling them that you are going to spend your majority of time playing Factions 2, being that it's a live service. But those are not your intentions. You just want them to come out with the game just for your channel. Just so you can have something to talk about. That's it. So stop acting like you're going to spend here hundreds and hundreds of hours in Factions 2. Because that's what it will take for a live service game to keep going and going year after year after year. That's what it's going to take. Are you going to do that? I don't think so. Because something new is going to come down the line. And guess what? You're going to drop the game. And now what? Naughty Dog and Sony is sitting back and they're left in the dust like, man, but I thought this is what the people really wanted. So stop listening to all these people. Stop listening to all these people. They don't know what they're talking about. I keep telling you, when you want the real, you come right here. This is where you need to end up, right here. All you see online, factions. Why they did that? Why they canceled it? Why? Like if they're gonna last 500 hours in factions. This is a live service. This is what live service games need. They need that type of support. You standing in there, you playing their games for like 300, 400 hours, 500 hours. That's what live service is. They need that. Okay? You're not planning on spending 400 hours in Factions 2. So for you to ask Sony and especially the one and only Naughty Dog, the top dog, to spend their resources and time and energy in a live service just so you could play 10 little hours and just be able to say, oh yeah, I played Factions. It was phenomenal. Oh yeah, I played it. But then you don't touch it no more. Get up out of here with that. Get up out of here. Get out my face with that. I don't want to hear none of that. Yoshi's telling you right here exactly what I spoke on. Bungie went up in there. It wasn't PlayStation that canceled it. So stop blaming PlayStation. He's telling it to you right here. Okay? Bungie went up in there and told Neil Druckmann and them, shut it down right now. You don't know what you're getting into. These players are funny in the live service area. You don't know. These people are flaky. They were probably telling them. The amount of energy and support that you're going to need. Like to do it over and over and over. Keep updating the game. New content. New battle passes. New this. Like it's going to be consistently. Are you going to be able to do that? Naughty Dog was like, no. Yo, shut it down right now. We're not doing that no more. He's telling you right here that's what happened. My goodness. Yo, salute to my brother Solid Snake, ladies and gentlemen. Stepping up in the building like he usually does. You see what I'm saying? Becoming a sponsor of today's show. You see what I'm saying? This is what he do. This is what he does. Salute to you, my brother. Y'all throw some fire emojis for my brother Solid Snake, man. Always coming through in the clutch, my brother. So what's up, my brother Gifted and the PlayStation family? Had to stop by, but I'm back home now. Busy day, but had to step in and salute to the chat. Hit that like button. 100. We up in here. PlayStation is king.
Finish him.
He came up in here locked and loaded, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you pulling up. Yes, yes. Right here, only the facts. Facts. What that canceled Spider-Man, that canceled Spider-Man game worked. Michael, from what I heard with that Spider-Man cancellation from that Spider-Man game, is that that wasn't even a real game. Okay? This is what I heard. That what we saw was just like some footage that somebody leaked something out. I don't want to speak on it too much because I don't want to mistake what it was. But what I heard was that that was a fake game. That live service Spider-Man game was never in consideration. So somebody must have put something up, made up a little reel, a highlight reel or something like that. And you know, with the whole leak situation, and that's what came out of it. But as far as the actual game being real, I heard that the game was never real. So that Spider-Man game, you could just throw it out the window because that was never going to happen anyway. But anyways, we're going to keep it moving. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this right here. Bro, he's been saying everything that I've been speaking on this entire time, bro. Even to the point when Naughty Dog first canceled the factions, that everybody started going crazy online, started bashing PlayStation. PlayStation don't know what they're doing, like always. And here comes Yoshi. I said it back then. Bro, it was Bungie. Bungie came out and did what they did, which was what was reported. Okay? This is the thing that was reported when it happened. And people still look past it. People still were saying, nah, it wasn't Bungie. Nah. This was PlayStation. PlayStation told them, cancel the live service game. Yada, yada, yada. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that one. Sorry about that. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that one. We're going to keep it moving, right? Because we're going to stay here, though. He also spoke on Japan studio closed because the AA market has disappeared, says Yoshida. Let's see what else he says here. Yoshida, who left PlayStation earlier this year after the 30-year career, has given several interviews about his time at PlayStation. The latest come from the Sacred Symbol PlayStation podcast. When asked about the closure of PlayStation's Japan studio and fan perception about PlayStation losing its Japanese influence, Yoshida claimed that it was the market that dictated Sony's shift in focus away from the Japan studio IP. Ladies and gentlemen, during my time, people give me credit, but one of the things I was not successful at was having a successful service game. And the other thing is I was not able to have amazingly successful games made in Japan, Yoshida said. Other than Gran Turismo, we had many great products, but didn't really have many AAA level successful products. That became more and more important as the big games became bigger. The indies filled the gap, and the AA market seems to have disappeared, he told Sacred Symbols. Most of the IPs that Japan studios had were that smaller AA size group, and the market became really difficult for these kinds of games. For example, after Gravity Rush 2, director Ichiro Toyama, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right, tried to come up with a new concept, but we were not able to greenlight any of his new concepts, even though they were really interesting. Speaking more about Toyama, Yoshida said, in my mind, I remember his product looked like something the company wouldn't support. The company was looking for AAA titles, and we really struggled to get the game going. So when Japan Studios was shut down and he became independent, he was able to create and release Slitterhead. Yoshida also cites the upcoming Patapon spiritual sequel, Ratatan, as the type of game that Sony wouldn't currently make but continues Japan Studios' legacy. Sony recognized Japan Studio into a new organization on April 1st, 2021, and the vast majority of its development staff was let go, as VGC has exclusively reported a month earlier. The iconic developer behind Ape Escape, Gravity Rush, and Knack saw the vast majority of its development staff leave after their annual contracts were not renewed ahead of the company's next business year. So that's what he had to touch on when he spoke on the Japan studio being closed down. Okay, the Western market, says it right here. The perception about PlayStation losing its Japanese influence, Yoshida claimed that it was the market that indicated Sony's shift in focus away from Japan Studios IP. The people dictate where things are heading. Okay? Just like with the live service. The people speak, they dictate the market. When they see that everybody's spending their time in Warzone, Fortnite, Marvel Rivals, Madden, FIFA, NBA 2K, all these like PUBG, Dota 2, Banana, when they see that this is the all people spending their time and money in, you're dictating the market. He also says a couple other things, right? Just to finish up with Yoshida. This is him on the double A. Okay. Let's listen to this. Okay? This is gonna be big right here. Let's listen to this. This is him touching on, says here, Yoshida explains that PlayStation PC ports are primarily targeting the Chinese market, where PC gaming remains dominant and console adoption is still developing. Okay? So let's pay attention to what Yoshi has to say here, okay?
In other words, people think that putting a game on PC means no one's going to want a PlayStation anymore. But I'm like, no, I just don't know that these people were that interested to begin with. And if they are, the only way you can really go and get them is to aggressively go and get them.
Well,
so
there's you here, you know that when publishers release games on multi-platforms, especially on PC, the number one market countries their games sell is either US or China. China is a huge PC game market, and China is growing but still very small console market. And in order to reach audience in countries like China, PC is crucial. PC SKU. Yeah, so I believe, having PC SKU really reach new audience. And after, not, releasing day and day, right? Taking 1 year or 2 years, or sometimes 3 or 4 years after the release of original PlayStation version, I don't think, that hurts. Probably people who have purchased on PlayStation of that game would have purchased already.
in other words, people think.
Anyways, okay. He's saying it right here. The reason that Sony PlayStation is doing the PC ports is because in China, this is the market that they are targeting, is China. China, I believe, has just been allowed to buy games and things like that. I'm not sure what it was, but they had a ban in China. And also is now that China is being led to buy consoles like that. That's why they're promoting the PlayStation Pro over there now. So the console market in China is very, very small. It's like he said, it's still developing. What's big in China, it's the PC market. Okay? That's what's big in China. That's why Black Myth Wukong went on to sell over 25 million copies. ladies and gentlemen, is because of that. Okay? Sony sees this. Now, like he's saying here, he don't see an issue when it's a PlayStation first party studio that releases the game on Steam a year or 2 years or 3 years later after it was released on the console. He don't see what the issue is with that. And like I've said, neither do I. I don't see the issue with that. If you giving me the game day one, and if you giving me Ghost of Yote day one on my console, only here on my console, and you decide to put Ghost of Yote a year from today, let's say it came out today, February 19th, 2025, if you decide to put it next year, February 19th, 2026 on PC, why should I care? I never understood the whole notion as to why should I care if you putting that game over there a year later. That's a whole year later. Because people started saying, oh, but it used to be 2 years. It used to be 3 years. But they going down little by little. And now it's 18 months. And next thing you know, it's 13 months. And next thing you know, it's going to be a year. I don't care. Like I told you before, and I'm going to tell you again, stop taking time for granted. People out here talking about like a year is small change. Like if a year is nothing to them. Like nothing could happen in your life in a year. Think about it. And I told you this. I said, look, pay attention. Don't be fooled. Today's February 19, 2025. I dare you to think of a plan, a goal, right? Make a goal that you have in life and start it right now today. And check back in with me next year, February 2026. And be consistent. Be consistent. Stay on it. Don't give up. Don't give in. Don't take time off. Be consistent for a year. Come back to me. Come back to me next year. And tell me how far along in that goal you've gone in a year of you being consistent. Just check in with me and tell me. And even, I guarantee you that even you, after looking back, you're going to say, damn, I didn't even realize that I could do that. I didn't even know it was going to take off from here to here in such a short, in a year. A year, you can do a lot in a year. Stop taking time for granted. If they put the game on in a year, it is what it is. PlayStation is a business. They have to make their money. They're not worried about the whole fanboy notion of things. To the point that they still worrying about their main source of income, which is their console gamers. They still are keeping you in mind, letting you know, hey, we're putting out our exclusive day one only on console. But just know that next year we're gonna port it over to PC. That's totally fine with me, and that's fair. If we're looking at it from a consumer versus business side of it, that's totally fair by me. But they're trusting you with their first party games. This is what I need you to keep in mind. Sony is trusting you with their first party big AAA titles. Okay, they're trusting you with that. They're giving you the heads up. They're giving you the timed exclusive to reassure you that you're still their top priority. But think about it, like I've said. They're looking at Astrobot, only 1.5. They're looking at Stellar Blade, only 1 million. They're looking at Rise of the Ronin. It didn't even sell over 1 million, I believe. They're looking at Returnal. It just finished crossing 1 million copies sold this past November. Keep in mind, they're looking at this, okay? They are looking at these numbers, and they are saying to themselves, is this still a good strategy? Keep that in mind. Because later down the pipeline, if Sony ever decides to go day and date on PC with their first party titles, I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to come right back and point out the fact that I told you. Remember when I said this? Remember when I said that? Astrobot, Stellar Blade, Rise of the Ronin, Returnal. The list goes on. That all people seem to care about is when they ever come out with their big titles like God of War. Those are the ones that do numbers. God of War, Spider-Man, The Last of Us. You have certain hits that come out, but it's not a guaranteed. The guaranteed ones are Last of Us, God of War, and Spider-Man. Those are Sony's guaranteed. That will sell like over 8 million, 9 million copies. Other than that, these other IPs that they're coming to you with, that people are claiming that they want from Sony, first party titles, new and fresh ideas, fresh IPs that people keep saying that they want, don't reach those numbers. So this is what I tell you. Keep that in mind. That's why I say the next game in line is Ghost of Yotei. This is the next up. This is the one that's on deck right now. When Ghost of Yotei comes out, I told you and I'm going to tell you again, it better sell at least 5 million copies in its first week. And I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. Because if it sells under 5 million copies in its first week, I don't want to hear nothing. I'm coming here and I'm going to say, you know what? If PlayStation wants to do PC day and day one, I'm 100% on board. Go with it. Do what you got to do, Sony. I don't care. I'm with you 100% and I'm going to back you up with whatever you want to do. That's what I'm going to come in here and say. If I don't see the Ghost of Yotei selling 5 million copies in its first week. That's what I'm going to say. And I don't care. I don't care. Because people keep claiming that they want something and then turn around, that something comes out, and guess what? It doesn't do anything. So now you leaving PlayStation high and dry. You're like, yo, but you keep preaching to me that this is what you want. You keep preaching it to me. So, Ghost of Yotei I better see at least 5 million copies sold in its first week. There's been too much noise going around. Too much chatter. Too much negativity. We don't want this. We want this. Why are you doing this instead of doing this? What's going on? PlayStation don't know what they're doing. Yada, yada, yada. We want this. Go back to the basics. Go back to the old school days. They give you Astrobot, which is going back to the old school days, being, having a variety of games, being that this was a family-friendly game. Next thing you know, it only comes out the gate 1.5. I better not see 1.5. I better not see 1.5. Within the first week of Ghost of Yotei. I'm telling you that right now. I'm letting it be known right now, here today. I'm letting it be known. I don't want to hear none of that. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know right now. So, that's what he had to say about the whole PC porting thing. PlayStation's not in the business of, in this console war. PlayStation's not in this console war with us. They need to make money. So, and they're still doing it the right way. This is the thing that I don't understand about people. Stop listening. Oh, PlayStation's not exclusive. Well, I could get it on PC. PC is not a console. PC is not the competition of PlayStation. PlayStation knows this. The competition was Xbox. The competition used to be Nintendo. They're out of the way. Nintendo's in its own lane, and Xbox is gone. And PlayStation still takes you, the console gamer, into consideration, and is still saying to you, we're gonna release it on console day one, but just know that you gotta play ball with us too. You gotta let us make our money too. So what we're gonna do is give it to you first. A year later, we'll give it to the Steam market because we're trying to reach China. We need to make that money over there. And are you gonna be sitting here complaining for with a type of deal like that? You can't. Because if Sony was your business, I guarantee you, your ass probably would have been like, I don't care. PC day and day, all my first party games, after you've been seeing that big China market that's over there. You think you're gonna be sitting on your chair like itching, like not wanting to do day and day after seeing all those PC numbers in China? You think Sony's not sitting there in their office itching, wanting to go day and day first party day one? You really think this? Bro, you really think this? After seeing the type of money that Black Myth Wukong made in China on Steam, you really think that PlayStation don't want to do this? Of course they want to do it. Who wouldn't? So all these people just faking it out here. Putting up a front. That's all people doing. Instead of looking at both sides of the thing. What I'm telling you right now, you can't sit here and tell me that if you was running the business, you wouldn't be thinking the same thing. The potential money that you could be making by releasing God of War day one on PC day and day, knowing that that whole China market will have access to it day one, which you could potentially be making the most money out of the game instead of waiting a year and then giving it to the PC market in China. You see what I'm saying? That's the smart thing for Sony to do. It just go day and date after seeing those China numbers. If they was to only be the greedy corporation that everybody seems to be saying that Sony is, if they to be, only be thinking about PC people over there, that will be the right thing to do by Sony. Yo, salute to my brother Michael West, ladies and gentlemen. Dropping the €2, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes.
Finish him.
Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you becoming a sponsor of today's show, my brother. Yes. He says, how much did Ghost of Tsushima sell for in its first week? We're going to look it up because what we do here is we bring the facts, okay? I want to see the facts. I don't want to give you an estimate. I want to bring you the facts. How many copies did Ghost of Tsushima sell? Let's look it up, shall we? Let's look it up. So 2.4, it sold 2.4 million units, ladies and gentlemen, worldwide in its first 3 days.
Finish him.
There it is, Michael. We're bringing you facts over here. We bring you nothing but the facts. All right? That's how we do it over here, ladies and gentlemen. 2.4 in the first 3 days of release. As of September of 2024, lifetime sales amounted to 13 million. 13 million. Picture a game like the Ghost of Yote releasing day and date on PC and Steam and being, hitting that Chinese market over there. Just picture it. Just think about it. Think about it. These are things that I'm bringing to you, these type of ideas, so you could have in your mind. And you can see from a business standpoint, not only from the consumer. You don't think, especially now after seeing this, you don't think that Sony, wishes that they could release the Ghost of Yote Day 1 on PC as well? You don't think that? This was only being on a console that it did this type of numbers. Imagine what it will do day and date on a PC market as well. And this is a cross-gen game. Ghost of Yote is built exclusively for the PlayStation 5. No cross-gen. No cross-gen, people. This is next generation gaming that we're getting from the Ghost of Yote. Picture that. Just picture it. The amount of money that these people could make on this game if they release it day and date on Steam. Picture it. Take a good look at it and picture it. Just keep that in mind. That Sony has this option, at their disposal. So when you keep hearing that Sony's greedy, that Sony's doing this, that Sony's doing that, if they were greedy, they could actually, hit the red button and say to their fans, sorry, but we see the potential of Ghost of Yote selling in China, and this is just an opportunity that we can't, we can't just let it go like that. So we gotta put it out day 1 on PC. I'm sorry. And what they gonna do? Push the button, let it go? What you gonna do? Now you really gonna complain. So yeah. So salute to you, Michael. Appreciate that $2 euros, my brother. Appreciate it. So there you go, bro. That's the number. 2.4 in 3 days, my brother. I think God of War did like 10 million. Yeah, they did. Let's look at God of War. The game sold 5.1 in its first week, bro. So it has now crossed over 15 million units by 2023, bro. There it is, people. All right? There it is. Also, I wanted to get into a couple other news too. So, I've told you about this yesterday. This is the official artwork of the case. This is everything we're gonna get. For those of you who want Lost Soul Aside, it is available for pre-order right now. Okay? It is available for pre-order right now. Let's go take a look at this. Let's go take a look at it to see what we got at the PlayStation. Let's go take a look at it real quick. Just to see what we got. There it is. So you get the standard at 60 and the digital deluxe at 70. There it is, people. The digital deluxe is $70. All right? $70. PS5 Pro enhanced, of course. Why is this taking so long to load? This always does it with this PlayStation Store. I don't know why. I don't know why. So anyways, for the deluxe, you'll get the game. You get 3 weapon fragment cosmetics. You'll get a skin, golden blaze, the digital art book, digital soundtrack, gemstone badge, XP booster, and the ruby necklace health booster. So this is what you get with the digital deluxe edition. It's only $10 more. A game like this, usually I get the digital deluxe. Like, I just want it all. You see what I'm saying? When it's for a game that I'm like hyped about and that I really want, I go for it, bro. Like $10 more. and it's gonna like boost my experience. It's gonna give me everything that I want from the game from the very beginning. Like, yes, give it to me. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm getting this digital deluxe right here, day one, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that artwork. Incredible. But anyways, another thing I wanted to see. Look at this thing, bro. Just real quick. I know it's off subject, but look at this thing. Who thought of this, bro? What is this? Bro, what is this, bro? Anyways, here it is. Remember yesterday with the layoffs, I told you people are going to take it a certain way. You could either look at it this way or that way. And look what happens. Now it's time to boycott a game. This is utter BS, and NetEase can't get away with it. You see what I'm telling you? You see what I'm telling you? You could look at things one way or the other. It's totally up to you how you look at things. This is Tidux. This is Tidux saying this. Okay? But this is even going on without hearing a statement from NetEase. At that point, we didn't even know what was going on. It was later confirmed that it was a group of 6 people, and it was only the group based out of US and things of that nature. We didn't even know. So that's why I keep telling you. Another thing that I said yesterday that I mentioned, okay, for those of y'all who was here, is if that Sony was smart, they could go ahead and swoop up this team, but not now knowing that we don't know what this team of developers actually did for the game. I'm a little backtracking out of it, but look, if Sony is smart, they'll hire these guys and give them a studio. That's the same thing I said yesterday as soon as I heard the news. As soon as I heard that and I see the success of the Marvel Rivals, that's the first idea that popped up in my mind. Sony should go over there and grab them right away. Especially after Totoki has said that they're being more aggressive. Like they're gonna be more aggressive in acquiring studios as well. So keep that in mind. Don't get caught by surprise if somewhere in the near future, we hear Sony acquiring another studio, because they said that they are being very aggressive in doing that as well as dishing out more content for us. This is him speaking on, let me see here. Oh, there's a short one, okay? On PlayStation Game Productions, okay? So, Game Productions was the first party team, and then there was the third party relations team. Part of the third party relations team was developer support. I brought in a couple of people I knew from the PC department at Sony to join the developer relations group. One of them was Izumi Kawanishi, who's now the head of Sony's Honda group. Okay? Pay attention. Remember when I tell you, this is what you need to pay attention at. Because I don't want to just keep saying, oh, like, I told you this. Didn't I tell you this? But I just talk so much. I know a lot of people are going to tend to forget a lot of things that I have mentioned, especially in my older videos that I did, like when I started the channel. I just brought so much information, just so much, that's why those videos were like 40 minutes long, 45 minutes. And there's so much in there that I speak on, that this is why I keep having to say that I spoke on this. I said this back then. I said this. It's because of that, because I know most people are not going to sit through those older videos that I was making, all that information that I was bringing, especially the quality that it was in. All right. So, but when I spoke to people about the certain situations that Sony puts their teams in, the certain relationships that Sony creates with these third-party developers, right here, game production was the first party team, and then they had a third party relations team. You see what they're doing right now with Rockstar? Remember when we spoke about that I told you that Sony is working very, very close with Rockstar right now? Remember that I told you that I wouldn't be surprised if Sony actually sent over a team to work at Rockstar for the meantime, like full time, until GTA 6 releases? Remember I told you that? I said, yo, I wouldn't be surprised if, because companies do this. I don't know if you're aware of this, but let's say like you work in a store, a food store, right? That has like a chain. They have like 6 different stores throughout the city, right? And let's say the store that's on Fifth Avenue is lacking support. They need more employees. Your store just happens to have like 3 or more employees that you have to spare. Okay? What they do, they tell those employees, look, for the rest of the month, don't come to this store no more. Just go directly to that store. That's where you're going to clock in. And don't worry, the manager is going to send me your timesheets, and don't worry about it. Just from now on, you go to work over there for the next month. So remember I told you, I wouldn't be surprised if PlayStation did the same thing with their development team and sent them over to Rockstar, to the Rockstar office, and said, listen, I need you to work very, very closely with Rockstar on developing, this Grand Theft Auto 6. This is going to be a very crucial point to our success. So from now on until the game is done, you go clock in over there. You go over there directly until the game is done. Spoke to you on that, right? Because it was reported. I said that because it was reported that Sony was working very close with Rockstar. That was reported. It came out. So now you look at this. These people actually have a third-party relations team to help the third party with support. Which is reasons why we get games like Phantom Blade Zero, like Stellar Blade, like Rise of the Ronin, like Lost Soul Aside. And the list goes on and on. That's like Tides of Annihilation, like Mind's Eye, like Returnal. And then later on, they go and sign Housemarque. Like Helldivers 2. This is why this is crucial, which I keep preaching to you. Which people keep to, they just seem to, this type of information just flies over people's heads time and time and time again. But without this third-party relations team, we will be here sitting high and dry, just like Xbox does, just waiting for the next major first-party title to release. We'll be sitting here like this, playing all these third-party Maddens, 2Ks, Fortnite, Call of Duties. We'll be like this, just waiting. You see what I'm saying? But people take things like this for granted. It seems to me, and it looks like, people took the whole 2024 for granted. All the people do, even the biggest PlayStation fans was complaining. Not seeing, things like this happening. Just letting it pass, just pass by them like nothing is happening. It's ridiculous. Yo, Albert, I appreciate you, my brother. Dude, you the real deal. Get him. I appreciate that, my brother. Thank you so much, man. All you do is spit straight facts, my brother. Can't help but to listen. 100 facts. Yo, I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much. Things like this just go over people's heads without looking and reading. Because you got to read it. You have to read it to understand. to actually see that this information is actually there. You have to read it. You have to take the time to read it. If you just go by it and just scroll, just looking for the next headline, like the headline that was Jim Ryan forced me out. He said, "Dude, take this job or else." If you're just looking for that and you're just scrolling, of course this is gonna fly right by you. Of course it is. Shout out to J Dub, man. J Dub be cracking me up. Shu Yoshida. By the way, Shuhei signed off on Concord, by the way. Shuhei signed off on Concord, by the way, in case y'all didn't hear me. Nobody gonna talk about that? So we not talking about that? Sean Layden was the one that signed off on PC. He told us that in the latest interview. We remember that. Nobody gonna talk about that? Nobody bringing up Sean Layden's name? Nobody bringing up Yoshi's name? Why? Because they're so beloved, right? They're so beloved. So that gamers, where Jim Ryan at? Exactly. Where's Jim Ryan? Mind you, this PlayStation 5, has been the most successful launch and the most successful platform out of any generation in the history of PlayStation. But where Jim Ryan at? Where's Jim? Yo, Jimmy. Yo, where's Jimmy? Oh, Jimmy, where are you? Oh, where could you be? Oh, where is Jimmy at? Oh, where could you be? Where is this guy? Oh, Jimmy. Critical, reading is dead in these days. Yo, Ken, my brother, what's up, man? Salute to you, my brother. I appreciate you putting up, and I appreciate that. Yes, sir. 100% facts. Now he touches on Xbox going full third party. Xbox games on PlayStation 5 are a win for the PlayStation owners. I suspect Microsoft is the biggest publisher of PlayStation. Looking at Xbox console sales, I think it's natural to understand what they are doing. It's over. We can't watch the podcast. I wish we could watch it, but it's a Patreon, so we don't have access to it. But yeah. Yes. He's saying that this is a win for PlayStation owners. That's why I keep telling you, if you're an Xbox console owner right now and you're watching, I preach to you time and time again, go get rid of that console. There's no need for it no more. You're only getting games like Avowed. When they tell you, oh, but you're getting day and date games, day one, yeah, Avowed. How is that going for you? Stalker 2. How is that going for you? Indiana Jones. How is that going for you? Last time I checked, only 11% of y'all finished that game in its entirety. So how is that going for you? You might have gotten bored midway and said, I'm not playing this no more. Starfield. How is that going for you? Redfall. How is that going for you? Hellblade 2. How is that going for you? Are you understanding? How are any of those first party day and date titles? How are any of those going for you lately? You're not missing anything. I know you're not going to miss anything. Doom the Dark Ages is around the corner. That might be the only one that you might say, damn, but I really want to let this go. Doom is around the corner. But just wait, because we don't know yet. Just like Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, the remaster, when I told you that the Game Pass version of that game doesn't have certain features that the PlayStation and the Steam version has. Could this be the trend that Xbox heads in? You know, giving the Game Pass version of these certain games, you know, taking off certain features for your Game Pass version, but then me over here on the PlayStation and PC, I get to buy the full version of the game with all the features it was intended to have. Think about it. They did it with Ninja Gaiden. We don't know if this is gonna be a trend that they continue on doing. We don't know. I'm just giving you that example just to give you a heads up. We don't know. But it happened already. Y'all better go trade that thing in. We about to get Ghost of Yote over here. Lost Soul aside is PS5 Pro enhanced. We about to be living over here. We eating good over here. Idea of Annihilation, the game that everybody's looking like was the one that hit the most in that showcase, in that state of play. That's going to be PS5 Pro enhanced. Okay? Just think about it. Just think about it. Shout out to Guru, man. Real quick on, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able, the flow just happened to go, and I had so many other topics to touch on, man. I still might speak on them. We live, ladies and gentlemen. So DJ Khaled will reportedly host his own radio station in GTA 6, according to a notorious Call of Duty leaker. This is what I would, and the radio station is said that he's only going to be playing his songs, or maybe songs that, you know, he's associated with or somehow like partnered with and things like that. But he's going to have his own radio stations. Now, is he going to get money out of this? I don't know. But remember, we spoke on it yesterday that GTA's looking at the Roblox and Fortnite mod creators to come into their game so they can make money over here too. This game is going to be huge, bro. This game is going to be huge. Another thing here from Yoshi. Let's keep going. Okay. So, I left the company now. Jim Ryan was the last leader of our generation. Exactly what I was telling you yesterday when I told you to pump the brakes. Remember yesterday I said that Yoshi said that him and Jim were the last two standing? Remember I told you that? I said that there was more to the story. That Yoshi was actually appreciated of Jim Ryan for giving him that spot. At indie spot. When he spoke and he said that he knew that him and Jim Ryan were the last two standing from that last generation. Remember I told you this yesterday? Here it is. My goodness. Ken Kutaragi, Kaz Harai, Andrew House, John Layden, myself, we were all the same group from the PS1 days. We handed down to the next generation of management like Hideaki Nishino and Herman Holst. For the last 5 years, my responsibility was to promote indie games inside and outside of PlayStation. I wanted to communicate, especially to new people joining PlayStation, how important it is to support indie games. They create the future. Externally, I was communicating to the indie developers and publishers that we wanted to make things better for them. Bit by bit, we've been able to improve our systems, our store functions, our communication. Coordinating a department is hard already. I didn't want to create another vertical. I worked through the existing organization. My personal goal when I started the indie job was to make my position obsolete. My goodness. The company will be doing so well that there was no need for someone like me to tell everyone that this was important. I feel like we've achieved that pretty well. There's still a lot we can do, but people are working on it. You had the combination of Jim leaving and Nashino and Herman stepping up, and I felt good about the state of our support for indies. I decided to leave.
Finish him.
I came in here locked and loaded, ladies and gentlemen. Are you understanding now? Is Yoshi making things a bit clearer now? Are people starting to understand now everything that was going on behind the scenes? Are you understanding what these people, the headline was, what's going on in Sony? That everybody keeps leaving. Everybody's leaving. What's going on? Live service, people leaving, people retiring. What is going on? Like, if all of a sudden, nowadays, you don't have the right to retire from your job anymore that you've been working on for the last 30 years of your damn life. You don't have that option. We need you to stay here for another 10 years, a bit longer. You don't have that option no more. In the eyes of the Twitter world and these PlayStation fans and these Xbox fans and everybody else who you want to throw up in there. These people have been here since the first days of PlayStation. That's back in 1994. And that is just when the PlayStation came out. People were working on the PlayStation before 1994. So there's people that have been there even longer than the 30 years. But we're just touching on these people here. They've reached their time. They want to set off on the sunset, okay? There's more to life than just this. They did what they had to do. Look at the state that they left their jobs in. Even Ted Price in Insomniac. Bro, his time is done. What you want him to do? He has a family. He spent over 30 years. What do you want these people to do? Just keep on just for your liking? Like, if they don't have a life? Just because you said, right? You want, why they leaving? They should like stay here, create better games, keep the energy alive from the PS1 days. Stay here? No. That's a human being, just like you are a human being. Okay? People have limits. He did his job, and he did it very well for 30 years. Guess what? You want to retire? Have a nice life. Thank you for your services. Thank you for everything you did for PlayStation and SIE. We wouldn't have been here without you. Thank you. Ted Price, thank you so much. Look at everything you did with Insomniac. Thank you. Sean Layden. Ken. The list goes on and on. Thank you. Thank you so much. These people think these people are immortal. Like, they could just continue on and on and on. They want to see them there till they turn 75, 80 years old and then retire. And then they seeing them that old and they'll complain about that too. Let one of these people stand up in here until they're 75 years old or 80. Why doesn't he retire already? He looks old. He looks like he needs to be in a retirement bed already. Why doesn't he retire? Well, he wanted to retire when he completed the 30 years, but your ass was up in here complaining all the time like you usually do. So he took your advice and he stayed a little bit longer. Next thing you know, he's 75 plus. But now you complaining, or now you can retire. Now it's okay. Go ahead. Now you good now. You 75, you looking old. Go ahead, retire. Let's retire on your time. It's ridiculous. Salute to my brother Solid Snake, ladies and gentlemen, becoming the sponsor of the show once again.
Finish him.
Salute to you, my brother. If PlayStation rejects Xbox, they would really be dead faster. Facts. PlayStation has the gaming industry in the palm of their hands right now. Because let me tell you, PlayStation could easily tell Microsoft, we don't want your games here. We don't want them here. But Sony don't think like that. Sony thinks about the money, the potential money that they could be making out of all these games. That's 30% out of all them games coming over, bro. And that's just you, Microsoft. Are we gonna forget EA, Ubisoft, the rest of all these third-party publishers? You're just one part of them now. So you're just another publisher of the 30% that we're gonna be making now. But that's those 70%, that's all you're gonna be making. So Sony has the entire industry in the palm of their hands. They could do what they want. So salute to you, my brother. Thank you for that $5, man. I appreciate you, my brother. Real talk. Getting back to this, okay? It looks to me, like I said yesterday, he knew his time was close to an end, being that him and him and Ryan were the last two standing. He knew his time was coming. He worked a little harder. Jim Ryan set him in the indie department. He established the indie department. He built it up to where it needed to be, where he felt comfortable enough to say, okay, I did what I had to do with this department. Now I'm leaving. I'm out. I'm leaving it in good hands. Here you go. The rest is up to you. I did my job. I'm out. That's all you could do, bro. That's all you could do. But people ain't gonna talk about this either. This part right here is not gonna be brought up either, right? That's what we're gonna do here. This is this interview, by the way, was a very good interview. By everything that we've been reading, it sounds like they finally asked, the right questions. And this is how you conduct an interview. This is how you get real answers, by having a real interview. Not like them damn Xbox era interviews and them Paris Lily interviews that they want to be having with your boy over there, Phil Spencer. That they just keep asking the same question over and over again. They just keep asking the same thing. We already know there are no red lines. They came out with a campaign. Xbox is everything. They came out with Bloomberg interviews, with New York Times, with Rolling Stone. We already know there are no red lines. They are a third-party publisher. You don't need to explain that to us no more. Get to the tough questions. Let's hear information like this. What we're listening to today out of this interview. Let's get insight like this out of Xbox, out of Phil. Bring us something, we could see like what happened, what's going on, who was thinking of doing what. Bro, like seriously. These people like disgust me, bro. Sorry about that. Look at this picture, bro. Look at this picture. Are you kidding me? Are you who's competing with that? Who in their right mind is competing with that? Crazy. Let's see. So, whoo, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. These people really take me there. These people really take me there. Once again, I'm not going to be able to show this video. I know I was going to do it yesterday. I didn't get the time. I was going to do it today. Now it looks like I'm not going to get the time to do it today either. We might do it tomorrow. Hopefully the news slow down a little bit for tomorrow or not. I don't care. I take the day as it comes. I take the day as it comes. It don't matter to me. But anyways, yeah. And basically, in this video, he broke his NDA, by the way, just to give us insight on this information here. In case you didn't know, he says it in the video. Like, he's basically breaking his NDA to give us the information that he's going to give us. Hopefully, I get to that tomorrow. This is another one that came out. So, real quick, NVIDIA's GeForce RTX 5070 Ti review. It's in the 4080 territory or more with an overclock. This is unbelievable, bro. This is unbelievable news. Okay, so this is they telling you about the whole graphics card, the 5070, letting you know what the specs, the price, the watts, everything about the 5080 card and the 5070 and things like that. And this is the information right here, okay? Everything you need to know about the graphics cards, okay? So we're gonna get down here, which they're actually speaking on it, okay? We found that adding a 450 megahertz overclock on the 5070 Ti in Afterburner was pretty achievable, putting the 5070 Ti routinely north of 3 gigahertz without a problematic increase in power draw. At least, certainly nothing that will bother the hefty cooler or cause you anguish with your electricity provider. The end result is that the 5070 Ti nudges ahead of the RTX 4080 Super, which is the one that I have. And that's without being able to increase the power limit beyond the standard 100%. Something NVIDIA says is a bug that ought to be resolved, unlocking further gains. Meaning, these 50 series cards is looking like a damn disappointment. And is only telling me that I made the right move when I went ahead and purchased that 4080 Super. The 5070 Ti, which is known to be that one card that everybody seems to be going for, which has the most value to it, is what people are saying. Because of the price and the type of power that you're going to get out of it. You know, the 5080 is not worth it, people are saying. And the 5060 is not worth it. The 5070 Ti is the one outside of the 5090 that everybody seems to be going for. And it only nudges ahead of the 4080 Super. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, bro. The worst launch in the history of any type of technology product that has come out. This is ridiculous. That's why I wanted to show you this video, because he touches on the pricing, why everything is not matching, meaning the price that they broke to us at CES 25, That's not the price, the retail price. So they were lying. That is not the retail price. So that $2,000 for that 5090, the $1,000 for the 5080, that 549 for that 5070, I believe it was. That's not the price. So this is why I wanted to get into this, but I'm not gonna have the time today. I might get into it tomorrow. But just reading this is disgusting, bro. People out there going crazy for these graphics cards, and it's just to have the latest. Oh, look at it right here. $549 for the 5070. $749 for the 5070 Ti. $1,000 for the 80 and $2,000 for the 90. To me, if I'm gonna go for it, I'm going for the 5090. You gotta go for the big boy. This is the only one that seems to have that boost in power outside of the rest of them. That you can actually tell the difference from the rest of the graphics cards. It's only the 5090 that's gonna give you that. Outside of that, you're just wasting your money. If you get a deal that somehow you could get a 4090 at a reasonable price, or 4080 Super or something, you go for it. You're just wasting time over here with all these being sold out and not in stock. Bro, money, time, and a headache that I don't got time for. Anyways, I just want to let y'all know about that. Okay? This here, salute to everybody who's in the building. Xbox creator says that the power race does not work anymore. Exclusivity is the key now. Let's go through this. Amidst declining Xbox hardware, the company has raised hopes by saying that its next generation Xbox console will have the largest technical leap. Yo, what is it with these people, bro? You see what I'm saying? What is it with these people? Why they keep saying things like this? They've said this before in the past already. They already said things like this. Why they keep setting themselves up for failure? Why keep saying this? Just come out with the console. Your Xbox, you are in no position to claim anything about anything. You're in no position to do any of that. You can't come in here, talk the talk like you're the big boy in the room, talk about success. You're not in any type of position to be doing that. You should be quiet, steady working behind the scenes, you know, trying to build the best possible console that you could possibly build. Not doing things like this. You're not in that type of position. But hey, you don't have people in your corner telling you things like this. You know, stop preventing interviews like this and people in these interviews using words like we'll have the largest technical leap. My goodness. My goodness. What is it with these people? However, Xbox creators Seamus Blackley is skeptical about this strategy. According to him, via Video Gamer, advertising a console as the most powerful is old-fashioned. Hence, it does not work anymore. My goodness, how the mighty have fallen, ladies and gentlemen. Can we drop a bomb for these people?
Finish him.
How the mighty have fallen. It was the concept that worked in the era of the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox, and when the Xbox was released. It was the most powerful console, given that it was the only console that could run games including KOTOR, Halo, and others. However, now, if we compare the raw power of the Xbox Series S, X, and PS5, They are very close. So this concept is not reliable anymore. He quotes, being the most powerful was always important to get the guys going into the future. And then, you know, how they manage that brand and story going forward is not my effing fault. And it's not, you know, I would not have done things the same way. I don't know if it would have been more or less successful, but I certainly think that this narrative around being more powerful is not helpful today. This guy is pissed, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is pissed. That means he wasn't backing this idea of the most powerful console, yada, yada. He wasn't behind it. So it seems to me like there was some problems going on behind the scenes that we don't know nothing about. And these are the type of things that I just finished speaking on these interviews that they be having with Phil Spencer and them. These are the type of things that will be helpful to the community and we would like to know of, instead of asking the same damn question. The only thing that could make a console stand out in the competition are the content available on the console and its features. He reflected back on Nintendo Switch, which, despite being less powerful because the underclocked 2013 hardware, is still the best-selling console worldwide. The reason is that a large amount of content is available exclusively on the console. Exclusives like Legend of Zelda, Super Mario, Pokemon, and others help the hardware become the world's best-selling console. Moreover, the creator also swiftly discussed the battle for content, from the technical achievement to exclusive games and experiences. For example, previously, consoles that could play high-resolution games with good performance had the upper hand in the competition. However, the trend has now shifted to exclusivity. I remember seeing like Gran Turismo when it came out for PlayStation, and I had to buy it just because I couldn't believe what was happening on the screen. Right? And that was compelling, and that doesn't exist anymore. He also said, that said, Xbox is now pushing a multi-platform strategy, releasing more and more titles, even its biggest exclusives, including Halo, Forza, and other, to PS5 and Nintendo Switch. Hence, Xbox's current strategy does not match the ideology of Xbox creators, which makes it difficult for it to stand out in the competition. My goodness. Moreover, it's not only Xbox pursuing a multi-platform strategy, as Sony is also looking to release its games to other platforms to increase revenue. They're throwing Sony in there, ladies and gentlemen. All in all, it is only Nintendo that is sticking to exclusivity, so relying on the creator statement only on the future of Nintendo, which is survivable. So that's that article right there. They're throwing Sony in there, even though we just read what Yoshida said as far as the whole PC market in China and things like that. Remember, even though we just read that, now you look at this and look at what this article does. This tells me, right, that these people don't know what the hell they're talking about. I get the whole exclusivity thing, that yes, Nintendo is the only one that's keeping everything on its console and that's it. I get that part. But Nintendo is mainly for kids. When you cross over to PlayStation and Xbox, this is where the adults are. Okay? The adults are over here. There's adults playing on PC. As a business, it's just the right thing to do. Just like Yoshida said, you cannot allow a market like China be left out there for dead just because you want to be able to say to the people, oh, this is only exclusive over here. Come and get it. The console space is not popular like that in China. It's still developing. They want that market. They want the market. As far as the whole Xbox thing goes, bro, We need to know more about this. It says it right here. Xbox's current strategy does not match the ideology of Xbox creators, which makes it difficult for it to stand out in the competition. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes at Microsoft that we know nothing about. That these people seem to not ask the right questions when they have people like Phil and Sarah and Matt Booty in front of them. All they want to do is sit there and fanboy and laugh at whatever Phil says, whatever comes out of Phil's mouth. I don't want to do it. I just want to be able to know red lines and be transparent. Everybody's there. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Instead of asking the correct questions, let me ask you this, Phil. Just reading this right here. Can I ask you a question, Phil? How are your current, Xbox creators taking all of this as far as the whole everything is an Xbox, and now most recently you coming out here and putting all of your games such as Halo onto the rival platform that is PlayStation? Is there any kind of disappointment being behind the scenes? Are any of these developers coming to you and asking you why you doing this? Are they going against you in this? Anything. They don't ask him any of that. All they keep asking Phil is the same question time and time again. Can we sit here and ask you, is Starfield going? Is Starfield going over there? Let's see. So we can safely assume, right, that Halo might not go over there, right? Bro, there are no red lines. We already know all this information, bro. Skip all that. Go deeper into the conversation. Try to get things out of him that we have yet heard. Out of this whole situation. How things might have came about. Something. Yo, salute to Sotness and Lucci Sky stepping up in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Finish him.
I appreciate y'all pulling up. Yes, sir. Hit that like button. Yes, sir. We covered the main topics already, people. Yeah, we covered the main topics of the show. You know what I'm saying? You know how we usually do over here. I had to go in on these people. And yeah, we towards the end of the show already. I'm just going over a few topics that I wanted to speak on. And after that, I'm going to open up the floor. The floor will be yours, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as we are done with these topics. So real quick, on the Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft is saying that they're confident on releasing the game on March the 20th. It says here, speaking with several developers working on the game, they said that they felt confident that they will be ready for its March release date, with one source stating that the game is now pretty much done. So the game is done, people. As mentioned during Ubisoft's last earnings call, Shadows is currently on par with that of Assassin's Creed Odyssey in terms of pre-order numbers. Early previews have been positive, praising its narrative and immersive experience, with both characters playing critical roles in the game storyline, as well as the quality and complementary of the gameplay provided by the dual protagonist approach, Guillermo said in the most recent earnings call. So at the time of writing, Shadows currently has around 300,000 pre-orders, okay? That sources and Odyssey's day one player numbers were between 400 to 450,000. So that's a gap of 100 to 150,000. Okay, that needs to be made up in the next 4 weeks. So, there it is right there. So the pre-orders numbers, they're sitting at 300,000 pre-order numbers right now. Okay, so it's looking like there is gonna be a pretty good, successful launch. despite all the controversy that's been going on behind it, despite all of the, I don't know why they said here that the early previews have been positive when the previews that I've seen have been, relatively towards the negative side of things. So I don't know why they said that, but by the looks of the numbers, the pre-orders is looking that the game is gonna have a successful launch. So that's it for that. Please be aware that this will be my first gaming series that I'm gonna upload on the channel. This will be my first one. I did tell you I got the game for free, so look forward to my first ever gameplay series, which will be Assassin's Creed Shadows, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully y'all support it when I bring it out. I'm gonna drop it in sessions like part 1, part 2, part 3, and things like that until I finish the campaign. So hopefully, we support that. Let's keep going here. So this is real quick. This is the indie publisher Annapurna regroups for a showcase event. Okay. Which games will be the next Cocoon or Outer Wilds? So the next showcase is being held on Monday, February the 24th. That's 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. GMT. If y'all want, y'all let me know if y'all want me to stream this. I could stream this for you guys and we could sit here and watch it together. If not, y'all let me know and we just won't do it, all right? So keep that date in mind, those of y'all who are into this. So the date again is February 24th, okay? So, okay, we spoke on this already. And let me see if I had anything else here. If I didn't, that's the end of it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's the end of it. So those are all the topics that I have for you guys in today's show. Ladies and gentlemen, I spoke to you about this, right? The Concord, that he approved it. Just in case I didn't mention it before, Yoshida approves Concord, okay? He approved Concord. So there's another thing that people are, please keep this in mind. People keep bashing Herman Host, right? All you hear is Herman Host's name being put out there, Jim Ryan's name being put out there. Yoshida came out and said that he also supported the release of Concord. So this was widely supported behind the scenes as far as SIE, as far as Concord being released. Everybody locked in. Everybody was in support of Firewalk and the game. So if you're gonna put the blame, now you need to shift the blame on everybody. Stop blaming only Herman Host and Jim Ryan. You need to shift the blame towards everybody. Salute to Zuby Tech. So anyways, with that being said, I want to show you this too. With that being said, we are at the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. We have reached the time that I open up the floor. I take questions, comments, concerns. We vibe out until the time runs out. I don't know when that is, but we vibe out until I feel like it's time to go. Salute to everybody who's been rocking with me since the beginning of the show. I feel like we touched on a lot of very good topics. A lot of good things were said. So those of y'all who just stepped in, I encourage you to go back later on and watch the live, at its entirety. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the floor is yours, people. Oh, yes. Y'all rocking with the gifted one, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, yes. Soundness, what up, man? My brother Lunchi's in the building, man. Salute to you, my brother. I appreciate you, bro. Hopefully, Annapurna can still be what they were. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to stream it. We could stream it here live. It's up to y'all. Herman hosts derangement syndrome. Aside from the woke era, there wasn't any reason to just think Concord was going to be a disaster. It was a perfect storm of internet influencer culture coming to a head. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Exactly, my brother. I want to show you this, but they don't look good when I show them to you through Twitter. Let me see. And by the way, Satnus and Lunchi, if you're still here, the pre-orders are now live for the Lost Solar side. They are live. You could pre-order them. This is what you get for the digital deluxe. This is the standard. The standard is 60 and the deluxe is 70. You best believe I'm going for that deluxe, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Let me see if I could show you something here, right? Oh, this is just the announcement. Oh yeah, this is it. Okay, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this real quick. Let me switch over. Real quick. Who's in here, people? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me switch over here and let's see this real quick. See this real quick.
Forged to unleash vengeance. More than a weapon, it is the soul of a shinobi. No obstacle can stand in their way. Soaring where others would not dare. Striking with lethal precision. Each weapon a tool, each tool a part of the whole. This is the mastery of a shinobi.
This game looks incredible. I'm gonna have to get this game.
The legend continues.
I'm gonna have to get this game, bro. I'm gonna have to. I have to. Bro, I have to get this game. I have to get this game, bro. Did you see that? Day one for you, Snake? Bro, that's looking like a day one for me, my brother. That's looking like a day one for me, bro. That looks sick, bro. The animation, everything, bro, it looks so clean. Oh my goodness. Definitely a day one for me. New 2D Shinobi and Ninja Gaiden at the same time. Both great devs. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's gonna be a good time, bro. It's gonna be a good time, bro. This is something else that they came out with the show. Not sure if you're interested in this, but this is new as well.
MLB The Show fans, we've heard your feedback, and we're providing a play-by-play of what's new in Road to the Show. Hi, everyone. Robert Flores here with Fielding Feedback. Introducing Path to 99 Progression. From your first step onto the field to your Hall of Fame induction, you'll grow the way you want. Play games, earn tokens, and strategically invest in any single attribute or group of attributes. Along your road to the show, when a key moment arrives, your performance will affect how you handle it the next time. Succeed and you'll unlock a perk. Perks are always on and permanent. You'll be able to alter and craft these perks using tokens, even adding additional impactful effects. While you're at it, amplify your perk effects by pairing them with equipment and help take your game to the next level. You can earn equipment by dominating dynamic challenges and through monthly surprises from your agent.
Uh-oh, live service.
We're excited to introduce Road to the Show, the amateur years.
Step
into the spotlight during your senior year of high school. Lead your team to the state championship while catching the eye of college scouts and MLB teams. Every swing, every pitch brings you closer to a shot at the pros and maybe even an early draft pick. If you accept the invite to the MLB Draft Combine, you can boost your draft stock even more through skills evaluation and games against some of the best in attendance.
I love that.
After you're drafted, you have a decision to make. Will you sign and head to the minors, or will you grow your skills in college and maybe even go first overall in a future draft? Choose between up to 8 different programs, each offering something unique in the hopes of winning a championship and even positioning yourself to be the first overall pick. Once you join your pro organization, it's time to start the climb to the show. Whether you hit the fast track as a top pick or grind your way through the system, the journey is yours to own. New to Road to the Show in 25, players can immerse themselves on the field with our first-person camera, POV. Just press the touchpad at any time during gameplay, and the camera will shift from a third-person camera view to a first-person view.
That's fire.
Hotshot catches are no picnic for MLB infielders. New in Road to the Show, you can experience the same type of challenge when a ground ball is crushed right at your infielder.
Oh, yeah.
How well you perform the quick time event will determine whether you snag it or boot it. While catching in Road to the Show with runners on base, you've always got to be ready to push down on the L stick to block the ball. The quicker you recognize the dirt ball, the better chance you have to block the ball and keep it close so the runners don't advance.
Fire.
With runners in scoring position, hits to the outfield will sometimes trigger a quick time event as the outfielder throws to home. The catcher will have to take charge and tell the corner infielders where they need to cut the ball. While playing first or third base, there will be situations where you have to line up the throw from the outfielder to home. The outfielder will throw the ball to you, making it your responsibility to decide where to cut the ball and redirect it to get the out. There are now specific hit paths created in all stadiums where your fielders will have the opportunity to rob foul balls. Make sure you train up your fielding ability so when the time comes, you can make the play when it counts the most.
Wow.
New in Road to the Show base running, if the pitcher throws a ball in the dirt where the catcher has to block it, a new quick time event will pop up, allowing you to see the path of the ball on its way to the plate. You have to be on your toes, as the quicker you read the dirt ball, the better chance you have at taking an extra base. The better your base running aggressiveness attribute, the sooner the quick time event ribbon will show up. Directional analog base running is a new base running camera system that is 100% based on the camera's orientation. All you have to do is push in the direction you want to run. Introducing the swim move, a new base running quick time event that gives your runner a chance to fake out the fielder and perform a swim move, avoiding the tag. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Fire.
Hold your horses, Roflo. Did someone say presentation enhancements? Whether it be pre-game, post-game, or in-game, throughout your Road to the Show players' on-the-field experience, we have built our presentation and commentary to focus on your journey to Major League Baseball. We've created brand new intros as well as presentations catered to the amateur experience in high school and college, home run celebrations, dog pile, and hundreds of new scenes highlight the emotion that accompanies high school and college baseball. And not to mention that you, Robert Flores, and Jessica Mendoza will be covering the MLB Draft Combine. That's all I got. Coach out.
Stay tuned for the next episode of Fielding Feedback, where we'll take a deep dive into new features for franchise in March to October. This is Robert Flores. See you next time.
Bro.
PlayStation.
PlayStation. Bro. That looks fire. By the way, only made for the PlayStation 5 console. Keep in mind, those of y'all who want the game, you will not be getting it. It is not a cross-gen title anymore. It is being made specifically for PlayStation 5. So you gotta step it up. You gotta move on up to the PlayStation 5. This is why they're able to do all these new features that you're seeing, bro. The game is looking so much better. They they're basically putting the game in your hands. You have control of everything on the field. Everything. Even to like he said, the fans like robbing the foul balls. Like you could set it up to where, yes, if you gain enough, like, I guess, points or whatever, like the fan will come and he'll steal the foul ball from the guy. if he was gonna catch an out. Like, bro, that's sick, bro. Only for PlayStation 5, ladies and gentlemen. So keep that in mind. In case y'all was looking forward to watching that game. I mean, to buying that game, excuse me. Crazy. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that one, man. That looks crazy, bro. That look crazy. What's this? Oh, it's the Ninja Turtle one? Let's look at this Ninja Turtle clip real quick. Let me see what else they have here. So I can have playing on the screen. This Karma thing came out too, by the way. This Karma game came out. I don't know if y'all saw that. This one here.
To be honest, I just don't know who I am sometimes. I mean, when I dive into their hands, merge with them, those people.
What happened to me?
My body's obliterated in the blink of an eye.
Oh my.
Then bang, I'm stuffed into another body. Those smells, those sensations. This is like some sort of wicked pick a card game. You never know which cards you're gonna pick. But here's one thing for sure. They're all the absolute worst.
Daniel McGovern, a Rome agent from the Thor Bureau. My company ID is 8490.
Daniel, Leviathan's agent. A smuggler and a thief. He's as much a criminal as the others.
After that, those curses are with you forever and ever.
Do you know my parents? They're in this photo. But I can no longer see them clearly. But, yet, Mom.
Daniel, only your existence is real. We'll disappear in the sands of time until the very last moments. No matter how the sands of time may ravage me, I belong only to you, because you, and only you, are eternal in my heart. Should I address you as Daniel McGovern?
Almost every time, the killer intentionally left clues for me, encouraging me to delve ever deeper. I don't know if it's a trap or...
Join us, Daniel.
I don't want to die! Daniel!
And now I can trust no one, even the company.
Hold my hand tightly.
PlayStation.
Area in the world where I've seen.
Shout out to Pips, man. Bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's gonna be PS5 Pro enhanced, my brother. Liminal horror that Dreams creators were making. That's way higher quality. Oh, I never heard of that one. Yo, that game looks crazy, bro. Game looks crazy. Is that VR too or not? That would be like a great, perfect game for the VR too. That looks crazy, bro. Wow.
PlayStation.
Great. You're not gonna show them. Great. Yeah, man. That was crazy. This is what Call of Duty has become. You see? Did you see that trailer? That's what Call of Duty has become. All they do now is add things like that, like skins like Snoop Dogg, Nicki Minaj. You know, they try to find like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now they put the bullet train from the movie in the game. Like, it's become this big like billboard, like this big promotion type of thing. That's all it's become, bro. It's crazy. And it's sad. It's sad, bro. It's sad. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes, ladies and gentlemen. The floor is officially yours, people. The floor is officially yours. Y'all let me know. Man. Crazy. Crazy work, man. Man, I almost didn't have the energy to come in here today, man. Crazy. Crazy work. Yo, did you see who was so it was basically the Fantastic Four. It was Johnny Storm. And then they dropped the trailer last night for the thing. Did you see it? It's all good, my brother. It's all good. We vibing, we chilling. We'll be here for a couple more minutes, and that's it. We wrap it up. I've been here since 11 o'clock. We good. Don't worry about it. We vibing. But yeah, they showed off the thing yesterday in the trailer. The thing looked fire, bro. Did you see it, Sotness? The trailer they dropped for the thing? The thing looked fire, bro. He looked like he's gonna cause some damage out there. Oh, you didn't see it? Let me put it for you. Let me see if I can find it. Marvel Rivals. The thing. The Vanguard. Here it is.
Benjamin J. Grimm, reporting for duty. Too easy. Coming through. Let's rumble. I'll cover you. That's gonna bruise. Let's go, Logan. Ready to throw down. It's clobbering time! Booyah!
Bro. Yo, this dude is out here smacking up everybody. Bro. Yo, that's crazy, bro. Yo, this dude is out here smacking up everybody in sight. He's like, excuse me.
It's clobbering time! Booyah!
That's fire. That's fire.
Oh, yeah.
That was fire. Nice. More tanks for people to pick is good for teams. Yeah, exactly. I wonder if there will be a team-up bonus for picking all 4. They should. I'm pretty sure they would be doing something like that. But you saw there, he's teamed up with Wolverine. He basically picked up Wolverine and just tossed his ass. So that's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy, bro. I wonder if he's in the game already. I wonder if they put both of them in the game already. I like them, bro, because Johnny Storm looks good. He look like he gonna do some damage. It looks like he's gonna spend all his time flying in the air. You know how those people are. Like, once you get accustomed to that, like flying and learning how to use them up in the air, it's gonna be hard for people to kill you, bro. As like me, I have problems with when they're attacking me from the air. Like, I usually have issue with that. Like, I can't stand when people be flying and I have to shoot you like up in the sky. So Johnny's gonna be a problem. We just saw the Thing. He looked like he's gonna be a problem, right? And I liked when I was playing with Mr. Fantastic. I liked how he was playing too. I told you he was like that day we were playing. He was like my second favorite outside of the Punisher. The Punisher was my favorite. But, you know, Mr. Fantastic was like my second favorite when I was playing. And then Sue Storm, I haven't played with her yet. But man, that'll be crazy if you could do something with all 4 of them. That will really be something, bro. But yeah, the Lost Soul Aside is up for pre-order. This game obviously is not gonna be up for pre-order yet. Let me see. What's hot? Midnight Walk is up. Onimusha 2 remake is up. Hell Is Us is up. I forgot Pirate of Yakuza's what do you call it? The Metacritic is up. They gave it didn't do too good. They gave it like an 80 overall. They gave it like an 80 overall, bro. Pretty much. Yeah, Tides of Annihilation is not up for pre-order. We don't know the date. Anyway. Yeah, we don't know the date for it. And the new games for the PlayStation Plus, they're up right now. So you could go ahead and add them to your library. The Lost Record. Lost Records. What were the other ones? Star Wars, I believe it was. Yeah, they're right here. Star Wars Top Spin. Yup, you could download them right now. Jedi Survivor. Oh, Survivor. Add to library, please. Thank you. That Top Spin. I want to try that out. Try that Top Spin. Man, you remember? You remember Top Spin back in the day, bro? I believe it was for Dreamcast. I was hooked on that tennis game, bro. Hooked on Top Spin for Dreamcast. My goodness, bro. And Mario Tennis. Oh my goodness, I was hooked, bro. Mario Tennis, I was hooked. Which means it ain't fake BS. Yup. Astrobot got pro enhanced. Yeah. Yeah, I spoke on that yesterday, I believe it was. Yeah, it got a pro enhancement, bro. That came with when they dropped the new the new speedrun trials. They dropped the pro enhancement as well. Yup. For sure, Gifted, I remember the good old days. Facts. That Top Spin Tennis was fire. And Mario Tennis was fire, bro. Gifted, did you play Midnight Suns? Yeah, that's the Marvel one, right? Michael? Marvel's Midnight Suns? I played it. I liked it. I just seen it when I turned my PS5 on. Yeah, it's pro enhanced, my brother. Yo, Michael, yes. Marvel's, if that's the one you're talking about, Midnight Suns. I did play it, and I enjoyed the game. I didn't beat it, but yes, I played it, and I liked it a lot. I wish Sony still made those hot shots, bro. Hot shots was fire, bro. Yo, Hot Shots was fire, bro. My goodness. Damn, the good old days, bro. Hot Shots was fire, bro. Yo, Molly, what's up, man? Salute to you, my brother. I appreciate you pulling up, bro. Yeah, we at the end of the show. You know, we spoke on a lot of things today, man. We towards the end of the show. Yo, Hot Shots was fire, bro. I remember that. Yo, bro, that's when they had so much variety, bro. It was so many varieties of these games that it was, and they were all good. They were all good, bro. Basketball had a bunch of different basketball games. NBA Showtime. And NBA Live, NBA Jam. It was so many different types of games. Football too, like baseball. You remember Ken Griffey Jr. baseball? Oh my goodness, bro. Ken Griffey Jr. baseball, bro. Crazy. Good stream, my brother. Like always, 100. Much support. Y'all appreciate you, Snake. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gotta come out here and spit the facts, man. Bro, Ken Griffey Jr. baseball was fire. Man. NFL Blitz was fire, man. NBA Street, NFL Street, bro. Classic. These are just classics, bro. And we will never get them back, bro. EA decided to shut down EA Big, and it's over. They had FIFA Street. They had SSX Tricky. It's tricky, bro. We was in there. SSX Tricky, we was in there. Like, what's up? They had all them games. You remember 1080 on the 64, the snowboarding game? 1080. That game was fire. Bro, there's so many games, man. 1080. 1080 snowboarding. Man, so many games, bro. Today's kids would never understand our COD was GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. Bro, GoldenEye is untouchable, bro. GoldenEye is untouchable, bro. Come on now. And then that's what I'm saying. And then Perfect Dark was the successor. Like, bro, that's why I can't wait for the new Perfect Dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the games that I'm looking forward to from that side. Like, Perfect Dark, we grew up on that. We grew up on Perfect Dark. That was our COD, exactly, bro. We grew up on that, bro. Like, that's why I'm looking forward to Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark was a great successor to GoldenEye, because it was different. You know what I'm saying? Like, futuristic. Like, it made you feel like it was a totally different game, bro. But GoldenEye, man, the amount of hours we played on that game, bro, is ridiculous, bro. The amount of hours, bro. Everything was good. You could speak on any genre of game, bro. Everything was good. Everything. All the racing games were good, bro. Like, everything. Damn, I remember I played a game on my Saturn that it was a motorcycle game. But in the motorcycle game, you know, to win, you had to hit your opponent like with a stick or something like that. Like, you would hit them. I used to love that game, bro. You would hit them to knock them out of your way. I forgot the name of that. I had it for my Sega Saturn. Cruising USA on 64 was fire. Yup. I remember Cruising USA. Yup. Road Rash. Yeah, that was it. Road Rash. I used to love that game, bro. I used to love that game, bro. Road Rash. I used to hit the guy with the stick on the bike. You know what? Yeah, that was fun. You know, I also was playing a lot on my Saturn. Clockwork Knight, bro. I used to play Clockwork Knight. It was just like this little game. Yeah, I believe it was like an indie game. Yeah, it went to PS1. Yeah, it went to PS1. But I had it on my Saturn though. So I played it on my Saturn. Crazy. And what else? Yeah, I used to play Clockwork Knight a lot. That was like a small type of indie game, I believe it was. Guardian Heroes. Yup. Guardian Heroes. You know what game? Yo, bro, I loved my Saturn, bro. Yo, Sega Saturn is a very underrated console, bro. Like, I used to love my Sega Saturn, bro. You know what game is weird that, you know, the whole woke and DEI like never came around to was Knights. You remember Knights from Sega Saturn? That, to me, like, thinking about it, now that we talking on that, it's like, I'm like, damn, they didn't look at this game. To me, that's like a perfect game for them to try to take and flip. Virtual Cop, fire. Virtual Fighter, fire. Bro, Virtual Cop and Virtual Fighter was fire. Fire. The Saturn was the first time I ever played GTA. Oh, word? Yeah. Fire, bro. Bro, I don't understand. Like, look. Was it Knights? Bro, that's like the perfect type of game. That would have been like so easy for them to just grab and just make whatever they wanted to out of it. You see what I'm saying? I used to love this game, bro. I used to love this game, bro. Damn, bro. Yeah, Knights was crazy. Yeah, me too. That was the first game I owned on my Saturn. Yup. That was the first game that I owned. I had this one too. Bro, the Sega Saturn is very underrated, bro. This is the one I was talking to you about. Clockwork Knight. This console was very, very underrated, my brothers. Bro, I spent so much time on this game. Bro. I was so hooked on this game, bro. Crazy. Yeah, I was hooked on this game, bro. Yeah, it came out like 90, yeah, like 94, I think it was. Oh, yeah, was it 94 or 93? It was around there. Yeah, man. Bro, Sega Saturn. I'm telling you. It was crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, they have Virtual Fighter, Virtual Cop. Bro. Virtual Cop? Bro. Series? Nah. Bro. Yeah, I spent so much time on this, bro. Oh my goodness. Right here, that's the gameplay. Oh, this game was fire. Whoop. This game used to be fire. Yeah, I remember when they started coming out back to back to back, and then yep. You might shoot a pedestrian by mistake. Yo, man. Damn. Yup, they start coming out a pedestrian. Yup, they start coming out back to back. They're like boom, 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 boom. And yeah, it got crazy, bro. This was fire, bro. This was fire. Virtual Fighter, bro. Bro, Virtual Fighter? Nah. Nah. Yo. Ooh, I used to love when that used to pop up on my screen, bro. Yo, I loved my Sega Saturn. I'm sorry. Sega Saturn was fire, bro. Damn. You don't remember this right here? Oh my goodness, bro. I spent so many hours on this game. That's why people so hype when they announced that trailer, bro. Cause people know. People know, bro. Yeah, that the wrestler, he used to do the suplex and all that. Damn. I was really into the 2D games like Guardian Heroes, Dragon Force, Legend of Oasis, 330 Dwarves, and Dark Savior. I'm gonna bring one of those. Yo, look at the characters. Oh, nah, I remember this, yo. Damn. Yo, I remember.
Fight 2. Ready, go!
Yes, sir.
Fight 1. Ready, go!
Yeah. Bro, classics. Classics. Sega Saturn, man. I loved it, bro. It was, I'll tell you, it was kind of like, it was hard transitioning over from the Saturn to my PlayStation, bro. It was hard. Cause I'm telling you, like, I spent so many hours with my Saturn, and I bought so many games, and I was just in there, bro. But you know, later, little by little, they stopped supporting the system, and then whatever happened, you know. But it was hard in the beginning, bro. I'm like, damn, bro, like my Sega Saturn, like, nah, bro. Oh, what's up with that music? Look how good this looks. The facts, Sotness. I had the Saturn, I had the 64, and I had the PlayStation. Facts. Bro, look how good those graphics look, though. Crazy. Crazy. Fact, me and my brother stayed on Virtual Fighter. Yeah, bro. Virtual Fighter was fire. Virtual Fighter was fire, bro. Sega Saturn was, bro. Look at the graphics that it had. That's another thing. Like, that's what I loved about the Saturn. Like, I felt like every time I would get on my Saturn, you know, I felt like just this pure, like, raw power to it. Like, just turn it on and it's just pure fun. Like, it's raw power. Like, and then you cross over to PlayStation, and it's just like PlayStation was more of the polished one. It felt more like, okay, I'm coming back, like, more like the quality level was up there. The games were more polished. It felt like they were more like thought out, is what I'm trying to say. Like everything about PlayStation felt like everything was more thought out. And then you cross over to Saturn, And the thing about it is that Sega always been like that since the beginning. Sega always been like, just turn it on and you're gonna get some release raw power, like straight to the point, in your face. Like, here you go, that's Saturn. And then I used to go over to my Super Nintendo, and it's like somehow like I feel like, okay, I'm coming back to, like, let me come back down to earth. Like, this is where I belong. Like, Saturn is like an adrenaline rush for some reason. Like, and then I go back to my PlayStation. I go back to my Super Nintendo. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to play my game. You know, like, that's how it feels like to me for some reason. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Oh, yeah, this was definitely it. With the big faces. Yo, you don't remember that? Bro, you don't remember that? That when you selected them, they had the long, big faces? Bro. Bro. That's Sega sound. Crazy, bro. Yup. I remember. I remember. I want to see the long face. Road Rash. I was hooked on this game, bro. Look at them right there. Oh my goodness. So many memories. Mhm. Yup, the city. Yup. Damn, that's crazy, bro. Yeah. Look at the gameplay, bro. I used to go up in there smacking everybody up. Man. Let me see, where they at? Crazy. Man. Wowzers. All right, I had to, we had to take y'all back real quick a little bit, Fun times. Times. But anyways, yeah, man. So I think that's gonna be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Had another successful stream. Hopefully those who tuned in a little bit later could watch the stream. At least the beginning part of it, because I did speak on a lot of things, especially the whole thing with the NetEase letting go of those developers of Marvel Rivals. I spoke on more as far as the Yuhei Yoshida interview, because he definitely said a lot of things. He went more in depth, I will say, into those topics. And we spoke on a couple other topics as well up in there. The Xbox creator, saying that it's no longer about having the most powerful console, and how he would have, he would have never taken that strategy. Like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy what's going on, man. Well, yeah. But with that being said, I appreciate everybody that was here with me today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much. It really helps me out a lot tremendously. Make sure y'all smash that like button, share out the stream, share it out. Let people know where we at. We'll let people know what we do. Also, thank you to all the sponsors of the show. I appreciate it very, very much. Doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you so much. And, with that being said, I will be back here tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. Like we usually do, Monday through Friday. Okay? Sometimes Saturday. And sometimes Sunday. That's just what we do here. Anyways, y'all rocking with the gifted one today, people. Thank you so, so much. It is I, the gifted one. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. I'm gone.